hungry.
There might be a way to open this door from the other side.
What now?
I can't help you from here.
I'll deal with it quickly.
Not with that ward nearby. You shouldn't stay in there.
They brought more friends.
I can't help you.
Bust!
Not with that ward nearby.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
What in the... There's a ship here.
Incredible. Beautiful, too. Ghost wards. I cannot manifest. This isn't over yet. I am warded. Once more with healing. A ward restrains me.
Ah, shut it. Have a bit of this.
I am warded.
Devil take it. Not today.
Much better. I am warded. I cannot.
Whatever grip it is the nightmare has here, you'd never know by looking. bridges up. Wonder why.
To keep folk in, or to keep something out?
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
The village is full of ghost wards. They're afraid of something.
Leave them up. Cause no trouble.
Oh there! Anyone home? Where did they go?
The well, recently sealed. Below, it feels off.
Smells off too. It's locked. There must be a key.
Down in great wrath upon my soul, do pray that my faith and yours and the faith of all good Christian souls of New Eden be fenced with iron, and friends, find fortitude in our success. Exiled from our homes by the devil's machinations, we congregate before the Lord in this new meeting house. We gather, we worship, we overcome. And we shall be well protected by the holy ward my son now makes under my instruction. For I have spent hours countless in your service, poring through books and papers, devouring the oeuvre of my peers, that our meeting house be safe.
Fairfax Haskell, for whom the word pompous was invented.
Half-built? Yes. Open to the four winds? Yes. But already it is resplendent with our faith. A shining reminder of our renewed belief in better days. McRaith, Mr. McRaith. I thought you. What happy portent, what most excellent news. What blessings. I applaud your valorous deeds. O fate, I say, dead sir, I thought you dead.
Maybe I am.
Do not make light of such matters, my friend, for the devil's wrath is wide awake, and his claw scratches at our door, metaphorically speaking.
I'm alive. I promise.
My friends, I shall deliver this sermon another time. The battle with the devil's legions is ongoing, and Mr. McRaith and I have much to discuss. Thank you, Lammy. Behold this miracle of ours, Mr. McRaith. Exiled we, yet in our darkest hour we find the moral vigour to build this humble monument to resilience. But you and I must speak of darker matters. For we, erudite men of higher learning, know that evil yet walks. There is much work to be done.
Indeed there is.
Yes, yes. Forgive the inelegance of my welcome. You are alone. Do I surmise that Miss Duarte is no more?
She knew the risks.
So will I go in unto the king, and if I perish, I perish. So said Esther to Mordecai. Such wisdom, such courage. I'm so sorry for your loss. Grief is a journey, long and painful, but you do not walk the road alone, I promise you.
Oh, I know. I know.
In time, God healed my wounds. May you too find peace. Now, I regret that even at this most burdensome time for you, I must move with haste to business and beg once more for your help.
What's going on? Must be serious if you're asking for my help.
Since your defeat at the meeting house, the devil, heartened and emboldened, goes from strength to strength. He insinuates himself among my people, reveling in the suffering of the disease he unleashes upon us. It pits one against the other. Suspicion tears this community apart once again. All this to weaken my people and lead them away from the light of God.
In times of disease, you need doctors, and I'm no doctor.
We'll not treat the symptoms, we'll tear out the root. An agent of the devil walks among us. A witch! You must find her, or him, as it may be. You and I share great expertise, but I'm a man of position, while you, sir, are much more familiar with field work. Go, meet my people, walk amongst them. Learn which of them secretly serves the demon, that we may expunge this evil malady from our body politic.
What makes you think there's a witch at work here?
Aye, sir, I'm a man of God and intellect. I can read the signs. When a so-called mystery disease afflicts half of my people overnight, there can be only one culprit. 'Tis the devil's doing, sir. Probably through one of his servants. For you see, I understood immediately that the water in the well had been tainted. There are no strangers here. You could self-accept it. No one has fled. The guilty woman, or man, I suppose, remains within the village. As evil walks, the evil are emboldened, but this witch shall see her downfall. Or his, of course. As did the last one. As will the next. Some years ago, you may have heard tell of this. I made my name on the execution of a terrible witch. It pains me that I must do it once more.
This illness, tell me of it.
Upon my arrival here in the Harrows, I immediately set about protecting the place with consecrated tokens. Safeguarded from the curse, we all felt safer, for a time. Then some devil poisoned the well, our only source of water. Someone on the inside, mind.
Spoiled water proves nothing.
A wise point and well made, Banisher, if not for the fact that we have been, for months on end, under the obvious influence of a terrible curse. One way or another, the devil has found an agent among us, and who knows what nefarious ill-doing old Black Spy plans next.
I noted your ghost wards with some interest.
Ghost wards, an interesting name. I call them sanctifiers, a name more palatable to my flock.
This requires a great deal of occult knowledge. Where did you learn your craft?
Etienne Roulet, one of the greatest demonologists of our time, is a good friend of mine. I improved upon his work.
Why did you not use them in New Eden when the curse began?
It was more complicated to convince the whole congregation of the necessity to use magic. Here, people have more trust in my unmovable probity.
A man in your position must know what goes on in his own community.
Why, of course, I know all that there is to know. Or near enough. Ask your questions, sir. Ask away.
How goes the colony?
Sir, the body politic bears a heavy weight. Not content with weakening their flesh, the devil's evil attacks the people's hearts and minds. Until you expose the culprit, the harmony of this divinely beautiful commonwealth shall remain marred by suspicion and mistrust. Long story shortened, people are not getting along.
How did you, a man of position and faith, become a demonologist?
Ah, yes. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I shall explain, in the briefest manner possible. Though blessed with intellect and no little faith, I also had privilege. I had the means for an education, time and place with which to study. For a time, my father was a pupil of Henry Boggart, the great demonologist. He had the books, I had the aptitude. When he passed, I donned his mantle. My father taught me about duty. I have gifts, faith, intellect, position. I must protect them. I must use them to protect my people. This is my duty. This is my burden.
Your son, how would you describe him?
Lamentation? How would I describe him? Well, he's curious, Inquisitive, I mean, as opposed to peculiar. Although he has his moments there, too. I tried to teach him demonology, to make him the third generation of witch hunters. But he revealed no disposition. Occult knowledge could only obfuscate his good nature. At heart, he is a naive boy who reads a lot and doesn't say much.
I am no witch hunter. My business is with the lingering dead.
For a fee, yes, I know. But you can't deny evil practitioners exist. A few years ago, I had to cleanse this community from such a threat.
Do you mean Deborah?
You know a little already, I gather. Yes. Deborah, the crooked school teacher. When Deborah showed her true nature, I was proud to pass judgment upon her. She earned her punishment. Her mask was a good one, as if butter would not melt upon her tongue. But you cannot fool a man of faith and intellect. No, sir, you cannot.
You'll not mind me saying it, but for a Puritan paradise, you seem to get more than your fair share of witches.
God has not forsaken us, but someone here does the devil's work. Find me a witch, Mr. McRaith. Return this place to the Lord.
I'm a working man, Governor, but the Lord does seem happy to pay, so I'll do what I can. I'll take my leave of you, Governor.
Of course. Outside, you must take the stairs. While you're with us, the first house on the left shall be your home.
Another witch hunt.
Deborah's anger persists. Maybe she's the witch.
If you need help, I'm not busy.
Ghost Ward. I think you can safely knock it over.
No more wards.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here too.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell. Friends call me Lammy. Or they would if I had any. Please, call me Lammy. I have so many questions, sir. So many questions. But I suspect this is not the time.
No, not the time. But perhaps you may help me anyway.
Me? Why, if I can help, I'd be honoured.
So tell me, Lammy, what do you do?
What?
How do you spend your days?
I assist my father, especially with the ghost wards. That keeps me very busy. When I can, I continue my research into the mysteries of life. Wildlife, mostly. If I can find any. Those that aren't dead have left New Eden. Who can blame them?
Must be hard, being the governor's son and all.
Is it? I don't know. I've never been anyone else's son.
Hard to grow up in his shadow, I would have thought.
Only if you like the attention, not me. I just want to read books and learn stuff. People leave me alone mostly. I like that. Mostly.
Your father spoke of the pestilence.
He did? Then, sir, you know as much as I do.
If you have an opinion of your own, I'd be glad to hear it.
Since you ask it, I believe a thing most vile assails us. An evil of origin unknown and perhaps unknowable.
So the pestilence is part of the curse?
Yes. Of course, the curse. Of course it's the curse. What else could it be?
Those ghost wards are quite unique.
They are, aren't they? Conceived by Etienne Roulet, but made by my father. Do you use them as well in your line of work?
Not really. I mostly talk to ghosts. I don't repel them.
Of course. Still, each tool has its purpose, and these troubled times we need all the tools we can get. Magic is glorious when wielded by the righteous.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, if only, sir, if only. I'm still learning. Many of the subtleties and nuances escape me yet.
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
This is locked from the inside.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread! Do you want us to starve? I should have the yeast. You know it, Mistress Barrow, you know it full well.
If you want yeast, then grow your own. Just stick some in a jar and grow it, and you'll have it forever. Now there is none, and it's my fault.
Food is a staple, and drink is a luxury. Give me the yeast.
How many different ways do you need to hear it? Of yeast, there is no more. There is yeast, no more. Yeast? No, no more. There's no more shitting yeast.
You're lying.
You're pricking now, Mr. Cottle, and I am vexed. Go home. Go back to your work. Go to hell for all I care. Just go away.
Good day to you, sir.
Likewise. Red McRaith. You?
Perry Cottle, I'm the baker. What are you doing out here in the rustics?
I'm a banisher. I'm looking for ghosts.
Find no ghosts here, sir, nor demons. The governor, in his piety, sees to that.
I envy your faith, Mr. Cotto.
How's that working out so far?
A man can do any number of things with his life. What drew you to baking?
Oh, any of a dozen reasons. I'll not bore you with all 13. That's also how old I was when my parents died. I needed work. The baker needed a boy. He was a hard man. His wife was a pure-hearted woman. Taught me well. It's hard work, but I love it. I love it, dear.
What brought you to New Eden? Were they short a baker?
Elsewhere, folks backslide. Here, we know the value of our daily bread, of God's own bounty. Here, the baker is near in position to a minister.
What's the word around here?
Ah, it's gossip you want. Well, so be it. Recently, as I made my way to the mill, I saw Ishmael Lore sneak into Phoebe Walcott's barn, his arms laden. Now, I don't know what he carried, but since then, he has seemed skittish.
How's life in the Harrows? Does it taste sweet now? Or does it taste bitter yet?
Life in the Harrows, sir, tastes like hard work, and so it bloody should.
What can you tell me about the governor?
Pious man of great eloquence. He likes a sour loaf, fresh from the oven, so warm the butter melts right through. I trust him completely. He's devoted, he serves his congregation, diligent and mindful, just like me.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
He seems a good boy. Peculiar. Not the brightest. He's not like his father. Oh, no, not at all.
Have you noticed anything strange lately? Changes in demeanour, odd comings and goings?
Lucy Barrow goes picking plants. All furtive like. I've seen her. I've watched her. She puts them in her strange concoctions. Won't tell me what's in there. Maybe she'd spill it to you.
And where might I find this Lucy Barrow?
The alewife, when she's not furtively picking herbage, may be found in the ale house.
I should go.
And I must work.
Ah, the famed and famous Banisher, the one and only Red Raith.
Have we met?
I was at the meeting house. You've got guts. I like that.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, politeness gives me the shits. I'm Phoebe Walcott. I buy and sell. Now then, what's your pleasure?
Have you been trading in New Eden long?
Forever and a day, your Highlander Highness. I belong to this land, body and soul, and can no longer tell where I end and it begins.
Really?
Of course not. Don't be so gullible. Life makes more sense to the cynic. Sense of humour won't go amiss, neither. Folk here are too grim to notice how charming and funny I am. 8 years, if you must know. Of the third settlement, I was one of the first to arrive. And look how far we've come since.
What can you tell me about the community here?
Like whom?
I bet you tell me what you know of Governor Haskell.
That kind man. He's been so good to me. He's all vapour and bounce.
Lammy Haskell. Any thoughts about him?
Him? He's so deep in his father's shadow you'd barely know he were there.
And how are you?
I'm doing my best to bring a little joy to the world. What with all the gloom.
And how's that going for you?
Badly.
And how are you?
I'm doing
And how's that going?
badly.
May I see your wares?
I'm a shopkeeper, aren't I? Yes, you may see my wares.
So, have you noticed any strange behaviour of late?
Apart from my own? Yes. So much so that now I am almost normal. Caleb Watson, for example. Now he, my friend, is really strange.
Is he now?
He used to be such a nice man. Now he's aggressive and he smells like the Christmas cat at Easter.
Sounds charming. Thank you. Till we meet again.
You mind your good self, do you hear?
Red McRaith, sir. The Banisher, at your service. May I ask your name?
Bachelor. Hugh Bachelor. I was the school teacher here in New Eden, in the times before. I do not need the services of a heretic today, and nor do the people of New Eden.
He seems pleasant.
What does a teacher do with no kids to teach?
Teaching, sir, takes preparation. At some point in the future, the roads will open and the children will return, and I, sir, shall be prepared.
Why didn't you leave with the kids?
For some time I wished I had. Watching the children walk away near broke my heart. For many weeks I was lost. But the Lord had other plans for me. I know it now.
And they are?
You shall see for yourself soon enough that you may bear witness.
What news around and about?
I'll make no report to a troublemaker like you.
Seen anything strange of late?
Do you speak of the disease eating at the fabric of our fair community? We've sealed the well, closed homes and houses, and said our prayers. It has not worked.
Apart from that, have you noticed anyone behaving strangely? I have to ask.
I have seen the alewife, Mistress Barrow, lurking by the well, hands in her pockets clutching at her herbals. And as I think of it, before his house burned down with his wife and brother in it, Caleb Watson and the alewife had a sharp exchange of words. 'Twere as if she'd cursed him. If there is a Harrow's witch, I'd start looking there.
I'll steer you away from the idea that the alewife is a witch, but I'll look into it all the same. I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
Caleb Watson. We keep hearing that name.
Let's pay him a visit.
Enough people are suspicious of Lucy Barrow that I am too.
Let's see if the rumours are true.
Looks like
Smells even worse here. Holy shite.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you alright, sir?
We're closed. Now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your surly demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McRaith. I'm a banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help me.
Show your shiting shapes, goose peddler. No witches here. Only myself, Caleb Watson.
Tell me a tale. What have you heard round about lately that might be of interest?
Gossip's for shite bags. Not being a shite bag, I don't gossip.
The governor bade me make the rounds. Is anyone acting strange?
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets, and I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? Feels terrible, doesn't it? It's ours.
Fascinating. Does each citizen have their own?
What do you think?
2 of them are missing. Alexander and Ruth Watson. Family?
Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Hugh Batchelor said Lucy Barrow cursed the house and it burned down.
The house burned down, and I suspect the rest is nonsense. Ruth and Alexander Watson, the cobbler's wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost? What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Ruth married Caleb, but his brother died trying to save her.
A surprisingly noble act for a drunk. I think we need to talk to Caleb Watson.
It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. You done enough sniffing? Tired of the smell of your own arse?
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time, outflank him.
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it. Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name, 'cause I'm a greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No, the past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother, and shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre, and I'll speak no more of it.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre, and good riddance to both. God's Acre concerns you not.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried. Buried all. Quiet, you. And you can shite off, taking your nothing happened with you.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's Acre.
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
I'm thinking possession, but not demonic, no mirror or whatnot.
Agreed. Possession is plausible. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
This requires a key. God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side.